welcome to the Carp Angle Christmas work social. If you can get the location right, they can actually be pretty easy to catch at this time of year. I shouldn't say too much though, because I've only seen single magpies today. Oh, yeah, they're in, aren't they? Oh shit, you know what though? I was just about to set my net up. Oh dear. Oh, there's a good one actually. Oh, here's a good one. Oh, you are a chunk. Yes. Well, check that out. What a start. Oh, yes. That is a lovely common. Oh, he just jumped out of the water. Yes. My back's proper feeling it. Buzzing. Christmas came early this year, didn't it? Right, let's get this stupid bloody hat off. I ain't been seen in that. Well, welcome to the Carp Angle Christmas work social. Obviously it's a bit of a lonely pursuit for us self-employed people when we're a one-man band. So no fancy restaurants or fancy bars or anything like that for me. No, a night at the local day ticket lake with a silly Santa hat on. Now, I did come down here a couple of weeks ago and had a really good hit, but you'll hear more about that on the old subscription site when that feature goes out. But yeah, I just fancied getting out for a night just before Christmas. I've got some mince pies at the ready. Also got 3 rigs at the ready. I'm just jumping in exactly the same swim that I fished the other week and trying to repeat the same sort of formula. Now, it has got a lot milder in the last 2 weeks since then. So yeah, the water temperature's moved. Oh, it's come up quite a bit to be fair, and I think the fish are moving around a lot more as a result of that, so not really expecting a big hit, but still think there's a chance of a fish or two from here. There was a guy in here before I set up and he had 3 in 24 hours, so they're definitely still around the vicinity, so there should be a chance of a bite or two. But yeah, I've put probably about 8 spoms of mixture out there. Got some maggot, some sweet corn, some ground bait, a bit of pellet, a bit of smart liquid, and a tin of sardines. So yeah, like I say, just repeating the same sort of formula, and hopefully we can get a fish or two with my silly Santa hat. Right, the spot is all primed up, ready to go. These rigs are all fresh, mega sharp. Nice juicy maggots topping off a little dumbbell which I've been soaking in a new little fruity combo which is spectacular there, and I might actually be looking at doing some of my own hook baits as well. So right, rods out, fingers crossed for the next 20 hours ahead. Let's do this. Right, let's get this stupid bloody hat off. I ain't been seen in that. Right, well, rods are on the money. 2 went out first time, second one took 2 casts, sorry, the third one took 2 casts, but yeah, not too much disturbance made. The guy who was in here before me was fishing a bit further than I was, but he was putting maggots out, so at least I know there's maggots gone into the area, sort of pre-baited the spot if you like. Always nice to know. But yeah, I know I keep banging on about this, but I think it's really important for people to get outside in the winter. I know it's easy to go, oh, I don't fancy it, it's all wet, it's all muddy, it's all cold, but I promise you, once you're out, you'll be so glad that you did. This week for me has been rather stressful. I won't go into it, but you don't want to be hearing about my personal life now, do you? But yeah, just needed to get out, to be honest with you, clear the old cobwebs a bit, and so I am taking advantage of another one of these mild spells. It's well worth keeping an eye on the weather in the winter, because when we get these freak kind of warmish nights like tonight I think it's meant to be 10 degrees, then yeah, it's worth taking note of and getting yourself out for it, because A, you're not going to be suffering as much, and B, there's more chance that the fish are going to be moving around, and if they're moving around, they're going to be eating. So if you can get the location right, they can actually be pretty easy to catch at this time of year, as I proved the other week. So yeah, I shouldn't say too much though, because I've only seen single magpies today, and they could have cursed me. No, I'm sure we'll be in with a bite or two. In fact, talking of which, I need to get my buzzers on and get my net set up. Now, I do like to have my heads on silent, but unfortunately, it seems like so much water has got in these over the last couple of months or so, they're not actually able to work on silent now, which is not ideal. But there you go, at least they're still bleeping. Oh, bloody hell, green at me. I literally just turned that camera off and the right hand rod went. Well, it's a shame that camera wasn't still rolling, because I literally flicked the switch on it and the right hand rod went. Then it just turned the buzzers on. Well, that's a good sign anyway, isn't it? That rod's been out there about 5 minutes. Oh shit, you know what though? I was just about to set my net up. Oh dear. Right, let's get him way out of the way of trouble, and then see if I can get that net set up. Or is it? There we go. Not so hard, was it? I can't believe how quickly that rod's gone. Feels alright too. You know what this means? Our silly hat's going to have to come back out. It's a nice dark common. Oh, there's a good one actually. Oh, here's a good one. Come on, mate. Come to Joey. Oh, yes, come on. Oh, he's woken up. You can tell that water temperature's not as cold as it was the other week. He's lively. Double lively. God, he's a chunk as well. God, what a cracker. Go on, mate. Oh, he ain't giving up that easily. Come on in, son. Let's be having you. This time. Oh, that's a good fish. That is a good fish. Luckily I brought my scales this session. I've forgotten them the last couple of times. Don't want to give up, do you, mate? Alright, this time. Come on, Gil. No. Come on in. Christmas chunk. Let's be having you. Oh, he doesn't want to give up. Every time we get him out, he just trundles off. He's got some power. I always fight harder with the lead still on, but it's alright. Saves £2, doesn't it? Cool, he has got some weight. Come on then, mate. It's time. It's definitely tiring out. Definitely tiring out, isn't you, mate? Come on then, let's be having you. Oh, you are a chunk. Yes. Happy days. Oh, yeah, it's got to be one of the big commons, that is. Mega result. Mega result. Yes. Bit of a chunk. What the old scale's saying. Do you want to give us a little read on this?
What do you think you got?
It's about 35, I think.
Yeah, you're 35. Yeah, definitely.
What, just bang on 35 or?
Yeah, bang on 35. Your bet. The needle's bouncing off the...
Yep, sweet, that'll do. Lovely.
Beautiful.
Excellent. Well, check that out. What a start to the old Carp Angle Christmas social. Mega carp, £35, big chunky common. Lovely dark one, in good condition as well. Happy days. What a blinding start. Couldn't ask for any better, eh? Right, light is fading. You can see it's not the best light, but you can see how nice he is, can't you? Right then, mate, we're going to have a quick snaff for you. We're going to get you home. We're going to get that rod back out because it looks like could be in for another couple yet. And who knows what else is swimming out there. Lovely. Oh, Mr. Common, it's very nice to meet you, mate. Absolute chunk, isn't it? Been eating. Have a nice Christmas and enjoy your turkey. Top of the morning to you. Well, no sunrise, no sunset, no starry nights, and no more carp. I did have a tench at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I topped up the spot. I redone the rods because it actually took them out. It's because I'm fishing on the slope, you know, where it's hit the tight line, it's just slid down the slope. So yeah, made sure they were all super sharp. Got them back out there, and yeah. Thought I'd tear myself up for another couple of bites last night, but nish. When I woke up this morning, I thought, all right, well, I'll top up the spot, because that's what I'd done last time I was here. I had a quiet night, and then got up in the morning, put some bait out, and it just sort of went off. So, still a chance, but got a feeling that with this strong wind and mild weather we've got, they're just not holding up like they were a couple of weeks ago. I reckon also because Luke was fishing from the other side last night, so obviously he had lines going to that area, I had lines going to that area, and it might have pushed the fish out of this zone. Let's say we've got sort of 40-mile-an-hour winds this morning, so it's a good chance they might have got on the end of that, to be fair. But I'll give it another probably 2 hours or so in here, and then probably get home, to be fair, because I've still got a bit of editing to do to finish up this issue. But yeah, it's not over yet. It's still the morning, still the best time of the day, and I'm fishing well. Like I say, fresh bit of bait out there. Yeah, I reckon there'll be enough one yet. Come on. Or is that just me being greedy? You know what it's like, once you catch one you want more, don't you? It's the way this game works. Come on the carps. Oi oi. Right hand rod. Oh God, it's pulling hard. Can't let him get near that structure. Oh. Well, topping up the spot, definitely done the job. That was what was required, or maybe it's just the time. Another two lines look a bit close together actually. I have to redo them when I get this in. If I get it in. God, he's having a proper go, look. Oh no. Oh, it's cut me off. Gutted. It's weird because it's not actually anywhere near that structure. Like, it hasn't cut me off, the hook's pulled. What a shame. I felt like a good in that as well. Hook's still alright. Devastation in the nation. Gutted about that. Felt like a good one as well. It had a lot of power to it. It's the first time I've had a hook pull on this rig since I've been using it like this. So, yeah, obviously just wasn't hooked very well. Well, seeing as the last top up got me a bite, stick a few more out there. The fish are hungry. Oh, caught in the crosswind a bit, that one. I think this reel might be on its last legs. I don't think Beziers are really built for spodding, are they? Well, 10 minutes after putting that bait out, I can feel it grating on something. Oh no, what's going on here? Oh, it's grating, don't grate. It feels heavy as well. Come on mate, back this way, back this way. Come on, come to Joey. It's got a good bit of weight to it. Quite. Mega bit of weather and the fish are responding. Oh, it's got some weight, this one. There's a big one in here which hasn't been caught for a couple of years, I don't think. Apparently it used to be quite friendly, but it's 40 pounder. Oh, it's another good common. Gutted I lost that one earlier because I'm obviously on the better fish at the moment. Oh yes, that is a lovely common. Oh, he just jumped out of the water. Tail walking. Sailfish fishing, as Derek Ritchie would say. Come on mate, don't go under there. Oh, what a cracker. He's lively as well. I say this water temperature makes a big difference. The other week they were hardly fighting at all because it was so cold. Oh yeah, it's good condition, that one. You ready? You gonna play ball, mate? Are you gonna have one more run? No, you're ready, aren't you? Oh, look at him. Come on, just tease this way. Come on, in you go. Yes. Mega. Another chunky common, 30 plus. Happy days. It's going off. 230s, Chinese dentist. Right, sort myself out. Get him. Another unit. Buzzing. Let's get this look at you, mate. There we go. Right then, Mr. Carp. Just going to put you back in for a minute. Give you a little breather. Right, before I get this rod back out, I just thought I'd quickly show you how I attach my maggots. Now, there's no rocket science involved here whatsoever, but there's one crucial little element to it, and that is a tiny little bit of rubber on the needle first. So here I've just chopped off the tiniest little bit of a corner of a bit of rubber corn. You can use any rubber whatsoever, but that grips onto the needle and enables you to slide the baits on, and then to be able to have a little bit of a chance to get the hair stop on, because if you haven't got a little bit of rubber that side of the needle, then it's almost impossible to get your hair stop on, because the maggots are obviously just pushing against it. And obviously I've got quite a tight hair here, so I mentioned this before, but I'm using like a very small piece of shrink tube over the ring swivel on the hook, just so that I can have a little bit, like slightly bigger gap between the bait and the hook without it being soft, so it's still got that rigidity to it. So I can pull that hook bait right over that shrink tube to start with, then I pull my maggots on and the bit of rubber, then obviously I need to get myself a hair stop. You can tell I didn't used to work on Blue Peter. Hair stop, hair stop, hair stop. Where are you? So yeah, like I say, the maggots are constantly wanting to push themselves off of the hair, so that bit of rubber just traps them in place long enough for you to be able to get that hair stop in the loop. Yeah, so then you can pull that bait back through the shrink tube, so it's tight against the maggots, and you get that nice tight ball with them sticking out. And then, like I said before, you know, that little bit of shrink tube there just means that it's not sitting floppy on a soft bit, you know, it's actually still got that rigidity there. I just slide that bead round to opposite the barb, and there you go, ready to go. Right, let's get this back out there, see if we can have another one, and then we can have a little look at our prize. Another 30-pound common. Happy days. Oi, oi. Well, they're getting bigger. This one's 38 pound. Mega winter chunk. God, what a result. Christmas came early. Oi, 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 oi. Absolute unit of a carp. Proper cool head on him as well. Oh, well full. Got his winter weight in you, mate. Wasn't expecting this. Oh, God. That's right, you can come past if you want, mate. That is a big one, yeah, 38 pound.
How much?
38. My back's proper feeling it. Buzzing. Christmas came early this year, didn't it? Wicked. Right then, mate, I'm going to try and get a couple of quick snaps of you. Oh, it's got one of them little barbels, it's got the little split on the end like a little snake's tongue. Awesome. Oh, you're ready, aren't you? Right, well, rude not to put out the last 5 or 6 bombs really. Actually might not even be that, maybe 4. Still got a couple of hours. The chunks are feeding. I don't know if this reel's gonna last though. Oh no, caught in that wind again. Oh, it's just getting worse and worse, this reel. Uh-oh. Oh, it's like when you've got a car and it's running out of fuel. Is it gonna make it? Last one. Oh, better keep a few back for hook baits, just in case. Perfecto. When the seagulls follow the spud, it's because they know there will be maggots. Probably lost on a lot of people that one, but Eric Cantona once had a famous quote: when the seagulls follow the trawler, it's because they know there will be fish. Right, well, as it's only 3 days till Christmas, I thought it's rude not to celebrate with a couple of mince pies. I've just got them heating up in the old Ridge Monkey there. Lovely jubbly. And I thought I'd take this opportunity to tell you what prizes we've got for the Gold Card members this month. So, first up, one of these Carp Life bivvy mats, which are really handy, especially for people like me who never use a ground sheet. I use it to put my camera on and anything else I want to keep dry. Obviously, you know, you could use it as like a bivvy mat if you want. I might actually get another one actually, so I can have sort of one either side to put my luggage onto, because sometimes, you know, when the ground's really wet and it seeps into the luggage, it's a bit of a pain in the bottom, isn't it? So yeah, I've got one of those mats to give away. I've also got a Carp Life holdall, nice good size, well made, you know, good zips, you get loads in it, and yeah, it's going to last a long time. So Carp Life have recently moved into sort of luggage bits and bobs, and yeah, they're doing a good job. Aside from that, I've also got 2 lots of mainline baits giveaway prizes. So you've got 150 quid's worth of bits and pieces, which is going to be made up of the bits that I use, you know, your sort of IBs, your spod and bag pellet mix, ground bait, smart liquid, and a few other bits and pieces. And then I thought what I'd do is I'll do a Carp Angle social 3 times a year, so for 4 people at a time. So I'll draw 1 person each month, and then when we've got the 4 people, I'll arrange a lake and a date, and we'll go out and we'll have a nice little social, and I'll do a bit of filming as well, and hopefully you'll get yourself on the show. Aside from that, we've also got some tails up corns. There's 5 sets of them to give away this month. And yeah, I mean, obviously you've seen Ash using them to devastating effect. They work really well, and obviously these days there's a lot of lakes where they ban plastic, so that is the perfect corn hook bait on those sort of venues. And the other beauty of them is obviously you can add any flavour you like to them, and yeah, it soaks it in nicely. So yeah, good prizes. Obviously nothing of any crazy value this month, but hopefully next month I'll be able to get some more goodies for you all. Right, time to smash into these mince pies and get all Christmassy. Need my Christmas hat on really, don't I? Where is it? I couldn't bring myself to have pictures with that 38 pounder with this on. I got some pictures with it on last night, but yeah, the old lucky teapot hat stole the show this morning. Right, mince pie o'clock, and you never know, still got an hour or 2, might have a chance of another bite yet. Yo ho ho. Merry Christmas. Oi oi. We are in again. I'll tell you what, it felt like I had a good bit of weight for it to start with. It's just swimming towards me now. One of them other lions, mate. Well, 21st of December. Having it off. What we got? There's not a monster. That's a nice fish. Looks like we might have a mirror this time. Yeah, lovely jubbly. Nice leathery one. No, coming in, mate. Coming in. Coming in for a cuddle. Come on, you know you want a cuddle. It's Christmas. Who doesn't want a Christmas cuddle? Oh, no, still not. Right, this time, mate. There we go. Lovely. Lubbly jubbly. Nice. Cool one. I literally only put that rod down. I cast it out, put it down. It was there 3 minutes and it went again. Madness. Right, this isn't very easy, this, is it? Still got this one in the net down here, look, and sorted him out yet. You're right down there, mate. I'll be with you shortly. Speaking to Luke, the bailiff, earlier, and he said that there's people fished here for years and not had a 30, so I was very lucky to get 2 back to back like that. Oh, a lovely dark common. That's it, mate. Actually. Let's just get him in this net. We can sort them out, can't we? There's 2 in the net and the little one said move over. Here, boy. Right then, well, that concludes the Carp Angle Christmas social. Obviously, you know, it's been a good year. Just want to say thanks to the cameraman, thanks to the editor, thanks to the producer. Hang on a minute, that's all me, isn't it? Thanks to me. Have a wonderful Christmas, everyone. Time to get home and wrap some presents up. Easy now.
Composure, composure. Stitch ups. I've got a really good one for you, a proper stitch up. Come on, switch up. Okay, Woolpack Fishery, quite renowned for its socials. I had my good lady, my darling Caroline, with me on a social. We like cider, bottles and bottles of cider. The more bottles, the better, sort of thing. Uncle Jim's come walking past, snatched the bottle out of Caroline's hands, looked at me all happily, winked, drunk it, turned to her and said, "It's like kissing you, Caroline." To which Caroline replied, "Well, this mouth has been round David's with a BJ this morning." Oh my God. That's the best stitch up in the world. Oh. I can't believe it. That's true though. 100% true. His face.
All right, Tim, so for this issue we thought we'd talk a little bit about, the reasons why our mental health can decline or degrade, and I'm sure there's quite a few.
Yeah, I suppose I haven't experienced all of them, but as someone who went through their own experiences, did a lot of reflection, and then was pretty clear I wanted to share some insights to help other people avoid the same situations. It's led me down a path where I'm always trying to understand basic concepts, unpack them, think a bit deeper, and try and put them in a place where people can do something with those ideas. So I think in the last episode we touched on this big idea of creating time, space, and giving yourself permission so that you can include the types of activities that make you feel good and you make sure they're part of your life. So I think that the big idea that we can unpack now is this idea of being in alignment, and that's really key for our mental health, and we can be in alignment with a number of things. So we've all got a set of values. Different people are aware of those to a greater or lesser extent. So for some people they might be quite subconscious and not that obvious. Some people are really clear on what their values are. But also we need alignment with, firstly, our sense of identity. We all have a inherent sense of identity. Our sense of connection, like who are the people that we need in our life, that we get the type of energy from that we need and are positive for how we show up in the world and for our mental health. And alignment with our sense of purpose. Not everyone is goal oriented. A lot of people are direction oriented. They'd rather enjoy the journey and be quite spontaneous and just literally go with it. And neither's right or wrong. But having a deeper awareness of hello little dog. There's having a deeper awareness of what we need to be in alignment with is quite key. So these three big ideas, the four ideas: values, identity, connection, and purpose. So I always identified as an example of someone who wanted to be a soldier. So when I was a soldier, I was in alignment with that sense of identity. My sense of purpose was one of wanting to help people who couldn't help themselves, problem solve, and lead. Those were being served, and my sense of connection was being served. I was in alignment because I was with people like me. And that's no different whatever the activity.
Yeah,
just like fishing.
Yeah, I can relate to that, especially, if you don't know any other fishermen and you're going fishing all the time, because it is a bit of a strange pursuit, you can lose the buzz for it a little bit.
Yeah.
And what I found is, like, when I used to work at Corda, which is obviously one of the main sort of fishing tackle companies, everyone there was fishermen, and people were going off fishing out in the week, going off for the night or whatever, and everyone would buzz off of each other for that, and it's the same. If I need to keep in contact with people who fish, so you can share that same sort of crazy connection and fuel each other.
Yeah.
Because when I don't speak to anyone else who goes fishing for a long time, and it's hard to put it in words really, but I recognised from being in those situations before that it is very important, and that's the great thing about fishing as well, is that even if you haven't got you're not working with people who go fishing, or you're not seeing other people that go fishing regularly, obviously once you're out on the bank you are bumping into fishermen, and you've got this common denominator which links you. It doesn't matter if you're super rich or super poor, or whatever walk of life you're from, because you share that same interest, you have an instant connection.
Yeah,
and I think that's really important, isn't it?
Yeah, so I wouldn't say everyone needs it, but most people need a sense of belonging and a sense of connection. And so sport and outdoor pursuits, they offer us this brilliant opportunity to connect with people like us. And when you come down and you're going to be out for the day or a few days, I suspect you don't necessarily you're not in a position where you've been there before necessarily, but that you're probably going to meet people like you, and you're going to strike up new relationships, conversation, shared interest, common language. And I think this is a really key thing in in wider society and in corporate organisations, that people need to use that common language and those common interests when it comes to mental health. Like, those are the opportunities to connect and help each other work their problems. And there's no reason that can't happen, lakeside, as much as it happens at work or in someone's home.
It was actually one of the things that I mentioned on that news report about fishing and why it's good for us. They said that people are more likely to talk about things in that environment, some of their problems and whatever, than they would be in a normal environment. And I guess also sometimes if it's just sometimes chatting to someone you don't really know that well, you can really open up to each other, can't you? Because that that they're not going to be judging you, and they don't know anyone else and so I think that's something that as fishermen we can and should take advantage of.
There's this phrase called psychological safety, which I do cover in some of the stuff that we do and in some of the courses we teach, but it's one of those phrases that's being thrown about, willy-nilly in the corporate environment, and people are going to town on it. What it ultimately means is that people are in an environment where they don't feel judged and they feel safe to communicate openly. And I think you're right, quite often you'll find that there is a connection, there's the opportunity to do that with people that you share a common interest with, like other fishermen, and that might be a much stronger potential connection than someone even in your own family who you wouldn't dream of talking to something a bit deeper about.
Definitely.
So sport and outdoor pursuits and activities, they bond us and they unite us. I don't think there's anything much more powerful than that. So why don't we use those opportunities? Those big ideas really centered around alignment, and alignment is good for our mental health. Misalignment not so good, which might explain why we feel out of sorts, or we've got some symptoms. Centered around values, sense of identity, connection and purpose.
All good stuff, mate. Single magpie. Let's make my own.
Well, the best things about fishing? I don't think you can really explain to people, or a non-angler, why you go fishing, you know what I mean? It's just something inherent in it, you like and enjoy, I don't know what I'd do if I didn't go fishing. It bores me shitless sitting at home or anything like that, I like to think it keeps me out of trouble. And I really enjoy it, whether I'm catching or not, like glamping, camping. I'm not overly fussed if I don't catch, but I just like being out there doing it, But I do tend to fish hard waters for like bigger fish and that, I don't carp fish so much now in England. I do a lot of specimen fishing, the big bream, tench, roach, perch, you know what I mean? Like all the things I should have done when I was like when I was younger. But I was just so blinded by carp fishing, you know what I mean? Like, I should have been my best mate's best man. It was a choice or going fishing up Eggets. And what do you think I did? You know what I mean? Like, the worst thing, you know what I mean? I really, really let him down. Right, I never told, you know what I mean? I went fishing. What sort of mate's that really? You know what I mean? Like, but that's how bad my drive was. You know what I mean? Like me and Mickey Lindsell. That's about it really. You can't really explain why you do it. We all know why we do it, or we don't know why we do it, but we enjoy doing it. Do you know what I mean? It's hard to say, isn't it? That's a bloody hard question, that, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Right, well, as you can see, today we are somewhere a little bit special, and this is a little walk down memory lane this month for myself and for Ash Bradbury. It's absolutely stunning surroundings, and it's somewhere I've always wanted to film just because it is so picturesque.
You're in, mate.
This feels good, mate. Big head shakes. Oh, I'm shaking like a leaf. Come on, Joe. Catch the biggest one in the lake. That'd be wicked, wouldn't it?
Golden hour, mate, and you're standing in the shade.
No.
It's not good enough.
There's nothing better than releasing a carp off these steps.
The future really is bright with fish like this coming through. Look at that. Does it get any more carpy? Autumn. I can't do it. Right then, mate, let's get you home. Leave it out.